Looks like we are live. Let me just fix my microphone. Chris, you got your camera all set up?
I think so, yeah.
Awesome. All right, welcome everybody. Looks like perfect. We are online. We just found out about this online version of KeyForge. This is a new card game that just came out, published by Fantasy Flight Games. And Chris and I have been playing the paper version, which is lots of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, you want to tell them a little bit about it?
Basically, I don't want to call them planeswalkers, but you are controlling these creatures and trying to gain amber to forge 3 keys. And whoever's the first one to forge 3 keys is the winner.
Yeah, you play as an Archon, and
okay.
we're trying to basically break into this vault, and inside is unknown treasure, of course. But I guess we're having our allies, which are these different houses that live on this world, fight. And so the main mechanic of the game is every deck in this game is totally unique. So when you buy a deck, it costs about $10. You have a deck that's totally unique, and no one else in the entire world has that deck. So they basically have 3 of these 7 different houses, and in each of those houses, you'll get 12 cards from that house. And then the way the game is played is at the beginning of your turn, you choose one house, and then you can play cards of that house, you can use cards of that house, or you can discard cards of that house. And you can't use any of the other houses. When you use those cards, you can either fight with your creatures, you can reap with them, which allows you to get amber, and amber is which allow you to forge the keys, and or you can use them for their actions. And at the beginning of your turn, if you have 6 amber, you forge a key, and the first person to forge 3 keys is the winner. So Chris and I, like I said, play in person, live paper version, but we found out about this online version, so we're going to give it a try tonight. We already played like a half a game just to test it out and make sure we know what's going on. Right. But it seems to work pretty well.
Yeah, it seems pretty good. There might be little bumps in the road here and there, but you know.
Yeah, and just let me know. I do have chat up on screen, so if there does happen to be audio issues or video issues, just let me know, and hopefully I'll see them. But other than that, looks like the music might be a little bit loud in the internet. I think we're going to get started. So both these decks that we're playing with are decks that are ours, like we own them. So I think we've actually maybe even played these on stream before in paper form.
I think we did at one point. Because I'm playing my first deck that I've ever gotten, so.
Yeah, same here.
I know I've played this one on stream before. But.
Yep. So this channel is my kind of personal video gaming channel. I do have another channel for my board game store, which is Grapple Games TV. If you ever want to check that out, we stream Magic the Gathering, we stream board games, and of course KeyForge. So, but we're going to start streaming this a little bit on the digital version. So let's go ahead and give it a try, Chris. Looks like you're first player.
And it looks like I'm waiting for the opponent to do something.
Okay. So I just have to start the game here.
Indicate that you're ready. Do I want to keep this hand?
I'll keep my hand. And just to kind of show off the layout of this this browser version of the game. Actually, I'm not sure if I'm capturing my. Oh, hey guys. Hey Dan. Hey Jabis, welcome back. Can you guys see my cursor on the screen? I think that's probably pretty kind of important. Let me double check. It should be capturing the cursor. But I don't see it, so.
Just for the fun of it, I'm going to keep my hand. And I'm going to start with Logos.
All right, so Chris is going to choose the Logos house. So Chris's deck has Logos, Shadows, and Untamed. So you choose one house, and then you can play as many cards from that house. Use as many cards from that house, or discard as many cards from that house.
I'm going to start by playing Fogify, which gives me an Amber. And for some reason, it did not show up on the screen.
So you'll notice up in the top left corner, it tells the symbol of the house, and then there's a little amber symbol. If a card has that symbol, you gain 1 amber. Beginning of your turn, if you have 6 amber, you forge a key. You forge 3 keys, you win the game.
Then I'm going to play the Library of Babel, which is a location. So I'm going to play that. Oh no, I go first, so I only get to play 1 card.
And if you're interested in playing this browser version of the game, it's available at www.thecrucible.online. Oh, hey, Dan, is that yes to yes, you can see my cursor? This is our first time streaming this game, so I want to make sure I have it set up right. All right, so Chris, as being the first player, he can only play 1 card.
Which I totally forgot until after I did it.
Oh.
It's super easy to do, and it's like, you should always remember it, but it's like...
Yeah, and so he played Fogify, which your opponent cannot use creatures to fight on their next turn, which I don't have any creatures yet anyway, so... All right, so I'm going to look at my cards in my hand, see what I have, which cards I like, and which ones I want to play. I think I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Brobnar. So I'm going to click on Brobnar. I'm going to play Bumsy here. So when I play him, my opponent loses 1 amber.
Oh, joy.
You'll also notice that whenever creatures enter the battlefield, they will be exhausted or tapped. So you can't use them right away. Then I'll play Valdir. Another thing in this game is your battle line. It matters where your creatures are at. So you have to decide whether you play them on the right or left of the current battle line. So any creatures that are on the very ends, those are considered your flanks. Everything else is a non-flank. So Valdir, I'm just going to play her on the right. And then this card, I could save this for a future turn, or I could choose to discard it. The good thing about discarding it is at the end of your turn in this game, you're going to always draw back up to 6. Unless the card prevents you normally, but so discarding it will allow me to draw more cards next turn. So I think at this point in the game, I'm just going to discard this card. I'll discard that, and then I'll end my turn. You notice all my creatures ready up, and then I'll draw back up to 6. And then it's Chris's turn.
Well, the
hey Ramsey, how's it going?
Hey everybody in chat, sorry, if I had a third screen going, I could probably watch the chat too, but...
Yeah, Chris right now is Sans computer. He's actually playing on his tablet.
So I'm gonna, if I lose, I'm blaming it because of that.
Yeah, so if you see him like squinting at the screen, it's because he's on a tablet.
I mean, I have a big enough screen, but still.
Yeah, and that's right, Dan. A single card is both left and right flank. We just started the stream, but as far as playing KeyForge, we've been playing it since it came out in paper.
Well, can I mug in this? Can I get a whole new hand? This is ridiculous.
Not anymore. So at the beginning of the game, you could have taken a mulligan.
Yeah, and I decided not to, but I should have.
Yeah, Chris and I have been playing this as soon as it came out. I own a board game store, so we've really been trying to get people interested in it. We actually have quite a few people interested in the card game, so it's been kind of taken off a little bit.
Oh, sorry for cutting the explanation, but I decided to play Untamed. Going to play Nocturnal Maneuver. And I have to exhaust up to 3 creatures. If I can get them clicked on correctly.
So this is the card that Chris is playing, Nocturnal Maneuver. He gets an amber, and then he's going to exhaust my 3 creatures. So since they're exhausted, I won't have a chance to use them on my turn if I want.
Untamed. I have a really bad start. That's it. I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay. So Ramses was asking, what's your gaming background? You want to go first, Chris?
My gaming background? Well, I started off playing like most people do, like Monopoly, Sorry, Clue, that kind of thing. But then I got into hobby board gaming, which is, Settlers of Catan, Dominion, Betrayal on House on the Hill, that kind of stuff. So I kind of we always grew up playing games at my house. So it's just something that keeps my mind active, really.
Yeah, and then we opened our game store about 6 years ago, and that's when I first met Chris. We had a Learn to Play, and I think it was Carcassonne, right, Chris?
No, I don't. If you did have that one, I didn't play that one, I don't think.
Was it? Which game was it then? Was it Ticket to Ride?
It might have been.
I'm trying to think now. Is you and your brother came?
Oh, it might have been Ticket to Ride.
Yeah, I think it might have been. But yeah, so anyway, so my gaming background very similar to Chris's. I mean, started off playing Settlers of Catan. We played that really got me into like the hobby board gaming, and played Magic the Gathering. Since I own a game store, I pretty much play a little bit of everything.
And I will tell you guys right up front, I don't really care for Magic, but I really care for this game. So if that's telling you anything, that's just my personal preference, because when I first met Josh, he's like, "Oh, you need to play Magic." I'm like, "Okay." Never really wanted to in the first place. He bothered me for several, and then all of a sudden I'm like, "Fine." I played 2 of his decks, beat him both times. I'm like, "That's it. I'm good." And you've never asked me to play again, have you?
No. You have to quit when you're ahead, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, let me. I think you need to pass the turn to me, Chris. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, so looking at my hand, I kind of want to play this card here. I love this card, and it's the perfect situation. It doesn't happen super often. This card won't really do anything, but this would be good to get out on the battlefield. Or I could go Sanctum and play these cards, which would be pretty good. I think just because I love this card so much, I'm going to go ahead and go with Shadows. All right, and then the card I was talking about, Chris, you know it, you love it. Ghostly Hand.
Oh, Christ.
So I get two amber right off the bat, and then if your opponent has exactly 1 amber, I steal it, which I did. So now I have 3 amber.
Oh.
I'm going to play Shadow Self. Play that creature. We'll play it over on the right. This creature deals no damage when it fights, and any damage dealt to non-specter neighbors is dealt to him. So he kind of absorbs the damage. And he's got 9 power. So in this game, that little red number over there is its power. Whenever a creature takes damage, damage is placed on the card, and whenever they have damage equal to their power, they are dead. And then this card, I could, I'll probably just, oh, if I play it, do I have to do the play effect? I'm curious.
I believe so. I think when you play it, you have to do as much as you can.
Okay. In that case, I'm just going to play it to get the amber.
Hey, that's
yep, I do have to target a creature, so I'm going to put 2 damage on Shadow Self and get an amber, so it brings me up to 4. And in my turn. My guy's already up.
Well, you have more. You only have 2 creatures out? No, there's no way.
3 creatures.
Oh, there it goes. It finally caught up to itself. Well, I know I shouldn't tell you anything about my hand because we're on stream, but never started with any creatures. Still have not drawn any creatures. So I'm kind of at a huge disadvantage here at this point. How do I want to do this? Okay, any damage I would do to anybody wouldn't do him any good.
So while you're thinking about that, Chris, Dan's asking, or says he's in the same boat as you. He loves KeyForge, but not really a big Magic fan. And he's
not by myself anymore.
And he's curious what if it's the deck building aspect, Doncio.
I actually enjoy deck builder game. I do enjoy building a deck. I do love, like I said earlier, I do like Dominion a lot. I do like deck builders. I just don't like the fact that you chase after certain cards and you're dumping a lot of money into cards that could be out of rotation in like over a year. So, I mean, there's a lot of reasons behind that, but I just think it's a money pit, and this game can be a money pit too. I do see that. But I think this one's just easier to get a hold of, I guess.
Yeah, well, the nice thing about this game is literally you pay $10, you have a deck, a totally unique deck, and that's all you need. You don't have to go chase the rare. You don't have to chase 4 copies of a rare.
I think I have to do this. So I'm going to do logos again.
All right.
I'm going to play Library Access.
Nice card.
Which allows me, every time I play a card, I draw a card. So I'm going to play Library Access. And then I'm going to play Library of Babel, which is a location. For an action, I can draw a card, so I'm going to play that. So I drew my card for that extra play there.
I'm actually not seeing your plays right now, Chris.
Well, it's probably because I haven't ended my turn.
Well, I mean, I'm not seeing anything.
Hold on, let me finish my turn and see what happens.
Okay.
I'm going to play Phase Shift. It's a Logos card, so I can still play it. I can play a non-Logos card this turn. Let's see, what do I want to do? Well, you do have more amber than I do. So, I'm going to play, I can't even pronounce it, but if you have more amber than I do. I steal one. Oh my god, I'm getting a huge combo here. This is amazing.
I wish I could see it, but it's not showing up on my screen.
I'm going to...
I wonder if I need to... Chris, I hope I don't screw this up, but I'm going to try refreshing the screen.
Okay.
Oops. Oh, there it goes. Okay, perfect. It refreshed.
Was it on your end?
It must have been. Somehow lost connection.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. Let me play Knowledge is Power. When I play it, I can choose one. I can archive a card. For each archive card you have, I gain one. Or not you have, that I have. I gain one. So I'm going to play that. I'm going to play as an action. And I'm going to archive a card. I'm going to archive this card here.
So to explain archiving is kind of like a separate out-of-play area only Chris can look at. Certain card effects will put cards into your archive. That's the only way they get there. But at the beginning of your turn, when you choose a house, you can basically take all the cards from archive and put them into your hand. So basically it's a way to kind of save cards and then have one big, huge, explosive turn.
I'm still under Logos Power, so I'm going to do Wild Wormhole, which allows me to play the top card of my deck.
Jeez, Chris. You really are comboing off, aren't you?
It looks like I played the Customs House, which it forces Josh to pay me 1 amber every time you play an artifact, which is actually cool. And I think, if I remember correctly, I can still play 1 non-Logos card this turn. I think. Let me test it out. But if not, that's oh, good. I can still. Okay, so I can still play. Let's see. I can't really see. How many creatures do you have out?
I've got 3 creatures. I've got a Bumpsy, Valdir, and Shadow Self.
Okay, and I have no creatures on at this point. I'm gonna play Poison Wave. That's your favorite card.
Mostly when I play it, though.
What's that?
Only when I play it.
Oh, okay. So for my non-Logos card, I'm gonna play Poison Wave, which gives 2 damage to each of the opponent's creatures.
Yeah, this is the best way you've comboed off so far.
Yeah, and I don't have any creatures, do I?
Nope.
So that would be a waste. I'm gonna play this. I'm actually gonna discard this card and end my turn.
That was epic, Chris.
It was. All because of that library access. Okay, that's strange.
All right.
Where? Oh, I see. Oh, that's nice.
So
just so you, Josh, when you archive cards,
yeah,
for you, they be face up.
You can see them.
I can see the one that I archived. Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. So we didn't really talk about if anybody's I'm sure most people that are watching probably already play the game, but in case you're not, I'll kind of explain things as we go along. These cards that he played are artifacts. There's only 3 types of cards that actually stay out on the battlefield. You've got creatures, you've got artifacts, and then there are upgrades that are usually put on your creatures to give them some sort of upgrade. So these artifacts will stay out here, and they all have different effects. the Library of Babel. When Chris chooses Logos, as an action, he can exhaust his card to draw a card. And then the custom office actually has a static effect that just makes me have to pay him whenever I play artifacts. Which I don't like, but let's see if I can deal with it. You've got 4 amber.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and call Brobnar. I'm going to play... I'm going to play another Bumpsy to the right of the flank. I'll play a Crump over on the right. And then my first Bumpsy is going to Reap and get me an Amber. And then Valdir is going to Reap, getting me an Amber. And I have no more Brobnar cards, no more Brobnar creatures, no more Brobnar artifacts, so I'll end my turn.
So, based off of what I have in my hand, I'm going to do Untamed. And do I want to, it's asking me because I'm just going to tell you guys now, I did archive a Untamed card, so it is asking me, do I want to add that to my hand? Which I think I'm going to take it up in my hand this turn.
So it sounds like it'll ask you that every turn if you have something in archive.
I would assume so in that house. But because I know that's what I archived. So I'm going to start with Full Moon. Then I'm going to play another Full Moon. And so I'm going to play one of your favorite cards, because I know you have it somewhere probably in your deck.
I'm going to bed.
Okay. I'm playing more Mook. And then I'm going to be playing... Tangela, or however you pronounce that. So I'm going to put her on the right side.
Taliga.
What's that?
I say it for Taliga.
Tagalia? Okay.
Taliga.
And then I'm going to Way of the Bear. I'm going to end up playing that, which is it's a upgrade. So I'm going to play this upgrade. And I'm going to give it to my Witch. And do I have any Untamed Untapped? No. Do you see anything that's untapped on your side for me?
Right now... Oops, 1 second. Okay. Everything right now is tapped on your side.
Okay. So I have nothing else I can do. I'm going to draw back up to 6.
All right.
I'm at check with 8.
Yep. So whenever you reach 6 or more, whenever you could forge a key on your next turn, you call check. Your opponent will know they're in trouble. And good news for you, Chris. Can't actually...
You can't do anything?
I can't actually stop you from forging that key. So I'll do the next best thing and just kill all your creatures.
Well, okay.
Let's see. What's the best way about doing this? All right. We'll choose Brobnar. With Crump, we'll fight your Taliga. So we do damage. Mm-hmm. We do damage to each other. So my Crump now has 3 damage on him. which will stay there until it's either healed or he's dead. And his power is when a creature is destroyed after fighting him, its controller loses 1 amber, which Chris did. Let's see here. And do I want to kill your Marmook? Probably.
Marmook actually increases the cost.
Yep.
For your opponent to forge a key.
So I think I'll go ahead and take care of him. So I'm going to fight with Valdir here. And fight the Marmook. Now there might be a bug or something. I didn't get any damage on Valdir here. At least I don't see it.
Bumpsy.
Did you do 2 damage to Bumpsy here? At some point?
I don't think I did any damage, honestly. But I'm trying to play fair and kind of look to see what's going on. I don't think I did.
Well, I think I should have taken 3 damage on this Valdir here from fighting your Marmook. So I'm not sure what happened there. Let's go ahead and reap with Bumpsy. And reap with Bumpsy. That'll give me 7 amber, which also puts me in check. Then I'm going to go ahead and play this Grenade Snib. Play him out on the right. His ability is when he's destroyed, the opponent loses 2 amber. And yeah, when he's destroyed. In my turn. Everything readies, and then I'll draw back up to 6.
Oh my gosh, if everybody in the chat could see my hand right now. Oh boy.
Well, nobody can see your hand because they can only see from my screen.
I know. I'm just saying.
Although, since this is online, people can actually join this game on the website. So if you go to this website, thecrucible.online, and go to play, you can actually spectate this game, and then you'll be able to look at both of our hands.
So, it really, so at the beginning of my turn, I forge a key by turning in 6. This automatically doesn't. So I have 1 left. And I have to somehow get Josh out of check. So let's see how to do that. So I think the right answer for me right now is to do shadows. So I'm going to do shadows. Okay. So I'm going to start with my second poison wave. Deals 2 to each creature. And this is where it gets interesting here. Let's see. Let's see if it shows because I have it. Well, that's kind of hard to get used to. I'm trying to get out of the, there we go. I have to play it like this. This is frustrating, but that's okay.
Chris, we need to get your PC up and running.
I know. Yeah. I know this for a fact. So I'm going to play Relentless Whispers. And I'm going to deal 2 damage to this creature here. I think I stole one from Josh, which I did. And then I'm going to do Booby Trap. I'm going to select this here. So that kills those. And I'm going to play this action, which is called Subtle Maul, which is an action your opponent discards a random card from their hand if I use it as an action. So we'll play that card. Then I'm going to play Bait and Switch.
Oh boy. That one's rough.
I am now 5. I'm going to end my turn.
All right, well, that was horrible for me. Let's see. I don't get to forge a key. Although Chris doesn't have any creatures, so that's at least...
Don't you know this deck is... The creatures kind of suck.
Okay, I'm going to choose House Sanctum. And we're going to play out the Army of Angels here. Play out Champion Anaphael on the right. Then we'll play Protectrix on the right.
Yep.
And I'll play another Champion Anaphael on the far right. And then I'll play an artifact, the Hallowed Blaster, which allows me to heal a creature. And that's all I got in my turn.
Well, it was good that I was in lead for this long.
Well, you've been doing a good job of clearing my board, so keep it up.
Well, yeah. So I am now down to 2 keys. I forged a key in my last turn. So I have to decide how I want to do this.
Yeah, that's all you gotta keep doing, Chris, is just keep forging keys.
I know the whole point of the game. I understand. Okay, so that, you just got a bunch of creatures on the board. Oh, this is hard to decide. I think my best option is to do Shadows. If I can click on it, there we go. So I have, let's see. So I'm going to use the action ability of Subtle Maul, which is the opponent must discard a card randomly from their hand.
It looks like you discarded my autocannon.
Okay, I don't remember which one that is, but
it's basically it deals 1 damage to each creature after it enters play, so it just hits everything as it enters. My team included.
Oh. Fair enough. No, the order really matters in this game, which is kind of cool.
Yep. Not only the order you play your cards, but also the positioning on the battlefield makes a big difference.
Right.
For example, these guys have an ability called Flank, which means, or I mean not flank, a taunt, which means this creature has to be targeted first for a fight before the creature's next to it.
Bat Penny, which is when she is destroyed, she goes back to my hand. I'm going to play Urchin, which when played...
Hey there, Derek. Yeah, it's really well done. I like it. This is our first full game playing in it, so.
And I'm going to play Silver Tooth. I can't even speak today. They come into the battle ready, which is kind of awesome. We're gonna do left. So you're at 2, and you have a bunch of creatures that I can't even touch. Because then he would die. So, let's see. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and reap with the creature I just brought out. Which normally you can't do, but I can do it for this turn. I'm done.
All right. Well, I'm pretty far behind since Chris has got 2 keys already. All right, awesome. Thank you, Midnight. I'll see you around, man.
Thanks for coming by.
All right, let's see here. So I need to really get back in this game since I have no keys. Chris keeps on stealing all my amber. So rude. So I have the most sanctum out here, so I could use them to either just like fight his guys or just use them all to reap. Let's see here. I've got this guy to play, or I could go with shadows and play these, but I think that just seems really slow. So, thank you, Midnight. You have a good night.
Have a good one.
Let's see here. Tough one here. I think I just have to choose. Just gonna choose Sanctum. And I'm going to, with Champion NFL, fight, take out a Silvertooth. Protectrix, I will reap, fully healing Champion NFL. Then the other champion is just going to reap. And the reason I didn't attack this urchin is because it has elusive. First time that it's attacked, no damage is dealt. So it would not even taken any damage. Then I'll go ahead and play my Bulwark. And this is going to go on the far right over here. So he gives his neighbors +2 armor. So here at Champion NFL.
I can't see your cards, Josh.
What's that?
I can't even see all your cards.
Oh, it's getting crazy for you?
Yeah, I can only see up to Protectrix on the right-hand side.
Okay. Just ask me and I'll tell you what's out there.
Okay.
Are you able to like zoom in? Like if you pinch and zoom on your tablet?
No. Well, I take that back. I can zoom in, but I can't for some reason like scroll over your stuff. Like your battle line, I can't.
Gotcha. If you need to know what anything is, just let me know. I'll tell you. And I'll end my turn. Honestly, I don't think there's any way I can get back in this game. You were able to get so many keys so quick.
Well, you didn't kill it. You don't have any damage on my creatures.
Nope.
As far as I can tell.
What time do you go to work tomorrow, Chris?
9. Each time you play another creature. That would not work. So, it seems like I do this to the same card every time. I'm gonna play Logo. Yeah, I'm gonna play Logos. play Logos. I'm going to play Bat Drone on the right. Then I'm going to play Doc Bookton. I'm going to play that. I'm going to put him on the left. And then I'm going to play a upgrade, which is Experimental Therapy. So I'm going to play that card. I'm going to play this card. And I'm going to put it on Doc Bookton. And can't really do anything with any of my other creatures, so I'm done.
All right.
How do I... Okay. I could do other stuff, can't I? Oh, that's not true. Yes, it is true. So, I'm playing Library of Babel. For the action, I get to draw a card.
Did you bust or did you get a Logos?
I got a Logos.
Nice.
And I'm going to play another Experimental Therapy. And I think I'm going to be putting it on my Bat Drone. And then I'm going to end my turn. There we go. So I have 2 Omni House cards, which is kind of sweet.
Okay, so you got another Experimental Therapy. All right. Let's see here.
I don't want to undo typing. I didn't type anything.
All right, this is kind of slow, but I don't know if I can even come back from this. Let's see here. If I reap. But I also have to deal with Chris's board of creatures. So,
No, you don't.
I don't. Yes, I do. All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play Nerve Blast. I'm going to choose House Shadows. Play Nerve Blast. Steel and Amber. If I do, deal 2 damage to a creature. So we're going to blow up your Bat Drone. Then, goodbye, Bat Drone. Then we're going to play a Seeker Needle. Oh, dang it. You still have that thing out. I have to pay you.
Yep.
Dang it.
Yep.
Moon Cursor. We'll play it on the right. Wow. Okay. So this is actually... I think I have to play these still. I'm going to play Seeker Needle. Seeker Needle. Chris. But that'll allow me to start pinging his creatures. That's all I got, sir.
How many damaged creatures do you have?
Damaged?
Yes.
I have 1 damaged creature, which is Valdir.
Okay, yeah, that's the only one I can see. So I'm going to stick with Shadows. So I'm going to hit Shadows. I'm going to play Ghostly Hand, but you do not have exactly 1, but I get 2 off of that, which is nice.
Yikes.
Discard a random card.
Thank goodness it was that one.
What's that?
So thank goodness it was that one.
Yeah, really. I have one more Omni card, right? It was Doc booked in, I believe.
Yep.
Going to play Dodger. To the left. I'm going to play. Can I play Doc booked in? Yes. Oh no, I have to unstun it first.
Oh, is that what that thing is?
Yeah, they were both. Yeah, that's what they were. They were both stun ones.
Okay, I see. So that little yellow token is stunned.
So I'm going to remove that so I can get that off the board.
So when a creature becomes stunned, only thing you can do when you use it is just remove the stun and exhaust it. Can't fight, can't reap.
Do I have any ready creatures that are shadows that can fight? It looks like Bad Penny and Urchin.
Yep.
What does Urchin do? I don't know what to do because you're going to be healing creatures like crazy. I'm going to attack. No, you know what? That's kind of a dumb idea. I'm going to reap. And then I'm going to reap with Bad Penny. Do I have any other unused?
Nope.
Okay.
Only other Shadows cards you have is Customs Office, but it's already doing its thing.
It's there, so.
Okay.
I'm at.
So at this point in the game, Chris has 7 amber, so he will be forging a key next turn unless I can stop him, and that will allow him to win the game. None of my creatures. Well, let's see. Moon Cursor, when it fights, it does steal 1. So I could steal 1, which would only get him to 6. So he'll still forge a key. When I play this guy, he captures 1. Still, still will keep him at 6. So hey, guess what, Chris?
Am I gonna win?
Yes, you win.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing I can do to stop him from forging that key.
Let's play it out.
All right, so the best I could do is play. Let's see.
I'm just curious. Are those 2 cards that can
Sanctum.
capture and steal? Are they from different houses?
Yes.
Oh, no, that doesn't help.
Yeah, if they were the same house, I could stop you, but they're different houses. They're Shadows and Sanctum. So we'll choose Sanctum. We'll play Shield of Justice. The rest of the turn, my creatures can't take damage. I'll play Virtuous Work, gain 3 amber. Play Raiding Knight. Over on the right. He captures 1 of Chris's amber.
Still on 6.
Yep. We'll use this Hallowed Blaster to heal Valdir. Champion Anafil will fight Dodger. Protectrix will reap. Let's see. Fight Doc Bookton.
Okay, he's gone.
Bulwark will reap. And then I will play Oath of Poverty, which gives me 1 amber, and then it destroys all my artifacts. I gain 2 more for each artifact.
Nice.
So I've got 16 amber, but a little too little, too late. In my turn.
And that is the game.
Chris forges his 3rd key, and he wins. So that's kind of interesting. Actually, you have 3 yellow keys.
Yeah, I was gonna mention it, but
So normally in the game you have a oh hey Jiggy, how's it going, man? In the game normally you have 3 different colors. You get yellow, red, and blue. Currently they don't actually make a difference in the game, but supposedly in future expansions the colors of the keys will matter somewhat.
so just for funsies.
Just for funsies.
Just for funsies. They are all of one house. Can you guess what house they're from?
Your entire hand?
My entire hand.
If I had to guess, I would say Untamed, because you haven't hardly played any Untamed.
Correct. 6 Untamed.
Nice.
So I had Save the Pack. I had Hunting Witch. I had Vigor. Mamook. Flaxia.
I don't know if I've seen that one yet.
When you play her, gain 2 if your opponent has more creatures than if you have more creatures than your opponent.
Oh, okay.
And then Hunting, Witch of the Eye.
That would have been a pretty amazing turn there.
All Untamed. And then, if I remember correctly, this is only the first time I've actually beaten that deck with this deck.
Yeah. Yeah. So see, every game could be totally different. It depends on, what cards you draw and which order and how well your opponent draws.
I think the turning point, honestly, again, was the logos turn.
Yeah.
Where I library access, and then just all that logos got that out of my deck.
Oh yeah, that was an amazing turn. And so Jiggy says that he saw the live on YouTube and notice the Twitch bot. Nice. Okay, so for the comments, I gotcha. And then he just beat a guy on Crucible with Horseman, Bait and Switch, and Library Access.
Horseman? Holy crap.
Yeah. So yeah, Chris, since we can play with anybody's deck, we can actually pull up some Horseman decks and play.
No, I want to play with my own. It's like if I find a Horseman,
yeah.
Great. If I don't,
yeah, we're only playing with these are decks that we actually own. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, then I would consider that cheating if you start playing with other people's decks if you don't even have it. So.
Well, it's not. It's just online, but for fun.
I know, but still.
Casual.
Yeah.
But yeah, I support buying the decks, obviously, but So Jiggy, did you actually play it on here this version, the browser version, or were you playing on something else?
Yeah, let me try something, Josh.
Yeah.
Can you still hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay. There's the Twitch app.
Yeah, Jiggy, this deck I'm playing in paper, me and Chris have played several times, and like Chris said, it's hit this deck every single time. But to actually not even forge any keys, that's insane.
Yeah.
And my deck did not run bad. It's just Chris's ran amazing.
Right. And I get very salty very quickly when you have Sanctum in your decks. It's like it's unfair.
Yeah, Sanctum's my favorite house, and every time I get a deck with Sanctum, Chris is like, "Oh, there you go again."
Well, and I hate Brunnar because I can't even pronounce it.
Brobnar, yeah.
What was I gonna do?
Oh, and Chris, guess what? I did see one of the developers. I was pronouncing it the house Dis. He did pronounce it Dis.
Dis? Okay, that's...
Yeah.
Whatever. Dis.
Yeah.
I like it.
But we're having fun saying, I discard. I choose Dis and discard.
We have a lot of time on our hands.
Hey, Chris, what were you trying to do with your video?
There we go. Now I'm actually on the live stream.
Oh, you're watching on the live stream?
Yeah. Now I can actually reply to everybody.
Yeah, but now we can't see your beautiful face.
Well, you don't need it. I think this is how I should do it, so you don't need to see my pretty face.
Well, I really like this version. They did a good job. Hopefully they don't get. Hopefully, Fantasy Flight doesn't slam the ban hammer down on it. Which I could see them doing.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey Chris, did you load? How much more time do you have?
I would say probably half an hour.
Half an hour. Okay, so not enough time for another game.
Probably not. No.
Okay.
I can feel that. I can see where you want to beat me now.
Yeah, revenge.
Hey, I get to live with it. I actually beat probably your most powerful deck with my wimpy deck, which is amazing.
Okay. Well, so Jiggy says Fantasy Flight hasn't actually gone after anybody else. So yeah, hopefully it stays around for a while then.
Let's hope so, because like I said earlier, I don't really care for Magic because, and honestly, it's only because it's visually hard to read the cards. And this one is not as bad.
Oh, okay. So he already had like the code for a card game and just kind of Octagon, yeah. I always seemed like Octagon was kind of fringe though, like there was no real way to stop it since they didn't distribute the cards. What were you saying though, Chris?
Well, just in general, I was trying to find a good TCG that I wanted to get into, and visually, it's hard for me. So, like, Magic is difficult, and Vanguard, believe it or not, is hard. So.
Well, the text, yeah, Chris has trouble seeing like the small text, so Magic cards are sometimes can be pretty small. Most of the other any other card game is really small. Yu-Gi-Oh and
yeah.
But this game has, I mean, really not many of the cards have a lot of text. I mean, here on the battlefield, I'd say like this guy has the most, 3 lines. This one's got 4.
Right, but you know. And it's spaced out very well.
Hey Jiggy, how long ago did this website pop up? I just heard about it yesterday or day before.
Well, I told you about it before that, I think, but I think it was just...
Was it this one or another one?
No, it was this one.
Oh, okay. All right, well, sounds like Chris doesn't have time for another game, so...
sorry, guys.
It's already 1 o'clock here, so we're going to go ahead and shut down the stream, and we'll be back. Oh, really? Wow. I didn't realize. Nice. I'll be back streaming tomorrow. And then Chris, maybe we can get back together on Sunday and play this.
Yeah. Seems like a good plan to me.
Okay. All right, everybody. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. If you like the stream, definitely follow me on Twitch, Foz_TV. On YouTube, it's just Foz TV. And you can subscribe there and like the video. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, Jiggy. We'll see you around.
Have a good one.
Good night.